maybe it would have been even sooner, or possibly that I wouldn't have made it long enough to possibly get these lungs and still be here now. So just a thought to leave you all with. So yeah, thanks.
I want to ask Jonathan any questions. I've got them out at your disposal. But we have seen you a few times, so it's quite good with it.
Yeah, and I've got all those slides. I've got photos here, which I'm deliberately leaving here with you guys, and I've got copies of the thing I've got for the CF mag, so if anyone wants to take one of them. And of course, those lollipops are all for you guys. And there's a whole lot of CF bumper stickers here too, if someone wants to take them and stick them on their car. Oh, and actually, one other thing that I didn't throw in there. This here is what the insides of my new lungs look like.
Oh, wow.
So those two here, right, left and right, that's at 4 weeks after the op, and well, just I guess compare that to that, and that's at 12 weeks after the op, so you can see the difference in the swelling. So
and this is the join, Jono.
Yeah, this is sorry, I was getting there. This is the join where they do a bronchoscopy biopsy on you, take bits of your lungs out and test them for rejection and whatnot, and yeah, so they take pretty pictures, which I found out nice and early that I actually get to keep each time if I want, so I always insist from now on getting them. And yeah, I mean, you can see the difference in just how swollen that was initially to, you know, just what it looked like at 12 weeks, and I will have more soon, and they will all go up on the net along with all the rest of this. And yeah.
What are your plans for the future, Jono? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm doing some study at the moment towards being a craniosacral therapist, so that's career-wise, I guess, where I'm going. And there is like an Olympic Games for transplant patients. The Australasian one is in well, Aussie somewhere next year, and then the world one is in Sweden in 2011. And thankfully I have lots of people who I can get sponsorship for that, so I'm going to do 10-pin bowling in both, and so I joined up with the Social Bowling League at the local bowling alley a couple of months back, so I do that every Tuesday night. And of course I have all these people telling me I should write a book, and I certainly have written enough in the last 6 months to have a good go at that.
You haven't bought shares of McDonald's yet then?
No, or Coca-Cola, but I am getting there. That's a work in progress. Certainly, most of my benefits going to the two of them at the moment to get this thing all fattened up. But yeah, I mean, I think I can put on another. I mean, what was I this morning? 80.1 kgs. So actually, everything that was up there is still just as accurate today as a few weeks ago when I put it all together. So I mean, it's another 6 kgs before they'll declare me legally overweight, and then of course I'll be going to the doc and saying, right, I want a certificate saying that I'm overweight so I can frame it and put it on the
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jono, can I just add one thing?
Yep.
For those who don't realise, most CF people have major complications post-transplant. They don't usually get away with getting out of hearty towers quickly. They don't usually. I mean, 6 days induced coma is pretty good going, really. And a lot of them don't make it at all. So,
yeah, actually, yeah.
Just to let you know.
The survival rate for the operation itself is 85%, and the survival rate beyond 5 years is 55%. And yeah, normally they expect you to be at least 3 months before you go home. Particularly if you're a lung transplant, and even more so if you have CF, because CF's the worst in terms of post-transplant complications and stuff. And so yeah, certainly to have all the complications I had and then get out of hearty towers in under 8 weeks is just not heard of. So yeah, that's why the whole transplant service keeps telling me I'm the pin-up boy.
You're a legend.
Yeah, so that's why the CF Association got me to you know, do the article for them, and of course I went and spoke at the national conference a few weeks back and did something similar to this, but obviously I did it, went into my a bit more in depth into sort of like what got me to the transplant, you know, the things that have happened to me during my life, just because of course everyone's CF affects everyone quite differently, so it just seemed more relevant to tell them, okay, this is what happened to me to get me here. And of course I left out the lungs and whatnot, because, you know, parents of little CF kids and whatnot, but I did take it all with me and said to them, well, you know, if you want to see any of this, you know, just tap me on the shoulder and I'll take you up to my room. And I was amazed at just how many people did want to go and see them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you ever have, oh sorry,
Yeah.
did you ever have, when you first started waking up after you'd had the transplant, would you wake up and think, is this real? Or do you still sometimes wake up thinking?
Oh, yeah, I just find myself walking around just going, shit,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And of course that's the other thing I forgot too, was the delusions that you get when you first wake up. Hey, oh, some of the things I remember seeing that just there's no way could have happened. Like a nurse cooking on a barbecue. You know, she was barbecuing fish, and she did a boat in the background. And I remember seeing another one dancing around dressed as a cat.
It was Christmas though.
Yeah, it was Christmas. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that was wrong.
Yes,
And
exactly.
another lady that had a lung transplant at the same time as me, she swore black and blue that she had been in a mafia drug cartel for a number of days. So, yeah. So yeah, having delusions for a few days after you wake up is something that all of us transplant patients seem to get to some degree or another. So you certainly hear some stories sitting in Hardy Towers, that's for sure.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, Jonathan. And it's just lovely to see you like that, because